Howdy everybody, BygPhattyPlus here, and it's time for a glog. I haven't done one in a while. Not since sometime in May, I believe, when Grandma passed away. Normally I do a glog like sooner, but it's just this year it's been very difficult trying to get motivation. It's been extremely difficult trying to get motivation. To do certain things. It's why I haven't been doing any special holiday LPs like I used to do. Like a major holiday come around, I do an LP for it. And have something special lined up, and it's like I just don't have the motivation to do it anymore. I mean, hell, it's like I was thinking of doing a demo run like I do almost every. Well, I did it last Christmas. I did a demo of the third Cade game, or whatever it was. I forgot. But I was gonna do a demo of Born Punk because it looks interesting to me, and it's being worked on by Top Hats and Champagne and a couple other people. Top Hats and Champagne is a game reviewer, and he's a good guy. And he's like, I was looking into, I was gonna do it, but then it's like, here I am sitting here, I'm like, it's hard to find the motivation for anything right now. It's especially difficult this year. I just yesterday finished my last session of grief counseling. It's called, for anyone who knows, it's called Grief Share. It's this thing. It's a religious thing, where they try to help you through grief and everything, and it helped me a little bit, but it made me realize. Of course, I knew this beforehand, but it made me fully realize I need more than just grief counseling. I need full-on actual therapy, but it's hard. It's hard to do because you gotta find stuff you can afford, and I don't have insurance, so I can't afford something real good. It's like a friend of mine, she suggested BetterHelp, and I'm like, okay, let me try this mess, and it's like $200 and something a month, which is incredible price. I mean, not incredible in the good way, incredible in my God, that's expensive. And the first 30 days, and actually, no, it wasn't even 30 days, it was the first 2 weeks free, and they wanted your credit card information before you could talk to a therapist online. And I'm like, you're not going to bill me for this mess. You're not going to sit there and come in and bill me for this crap. Hell no. That, all the bad crap you heard online about better health with certain YouTubers promoting it several years ago. Maybe just go, no, I don't want this. I don't want this at all. I don't want to be sitting there and have them trick me into billing me for several $100s. And I'm like, no, I don't have that. So I started looking at other things. I'm trying to find some type of way of getting, some type of mental health. It's affordable, but it's online. Because unfortunately, I don't have a vehicle. So it's hard for me to get anywhere. And unfortunately, I live in a house with someone who is very much against seeking out therapists and psychiatrists. My mother. She is very vehemently against it. And I think it's probably due to past traumas, with family who went to one. And she's very reactionary. When something happens, something bad happens with something, she will never, ever, depending on how bad it is, never go do it again. We went to Dunkin' Donuts several years ago, and there was a hair in one of the donuts. And that messed with her so bad that it took 4 or 5 years before she finally ate a donut. And that was one of the little tiny, packed donuts. The little Debbie donuts you get in a 5-pack at a convenience store or something. And that was just one. It wasn't for another 2 years before we finally got her to eat another regular donut again. And even then, she's like, still wary. She's point to where she'll break pieces off and eat it, you know. But it's like, my uncle, many, many years ago when he was alive, met a mental hospital. Let me hold on. Yeah, I had to restart. I had to cut that part out. I was like, because I don't want any kind of identifying things, you know, where I live. But, yeah, he got sent to mental hospital several years ago, Baker Act, due to he was a hardcore alcoholic. And apparently the time he stayed there wasn't that good. I mean, I guess it was because he was able to start getting help. But because, you know, it wasn't that good, my mom tied it to a negative thing. And now it's like, oh, you can't go there. You can never go there. They will Baker Act you, fill you full of drugs, and call you crazy. And she will fight on. We've had tons of arguments on it. It's frustrating. And it's like, I love my mom. And it's like, but it's just so hard right now. It's like, I need help. But it's hard when you live with someone who vehemently fights you every step of the way on it. And her response is, oh, just push it down, bottle it away, push it away, and ignore it. Tell yourself to stop. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm having a panic attack, you know, at work, and I'm bawling my eyes out, because that happened. Yeah, it's not, you can't just go, okay, stop. Okay, it's fine. No, it don't work. You're busted. You know, you're crying, and it's kind of hard because you have someone who won't let you seek mental help. It's like I had to argue with her for months to let me at least go to like grief counseling. It only after I had a panic attack to the point I was in tears at work and talking to the pastor, and he said, "Hey, you need to go to grief counseling." Is when she finally said, "Okay, you can go." And even then, she was always like talking down, like, "Oh, I don't know why you need to go. You can just talk to God." And it's like, the problem is I need someone to talk back to me. You know, I need someone to talk back and tell me what's wrong with me. You know, God don't do that. You can talk to God and everything, but unless God actually pops down right in front of me and tells me, "Hey, this is what's wrong. This is ideas on how you can fix it," it ain't gonna happen. You know? And it's frustrating, really. It really is. You know, and I feel my mental health is deteriorating. But until I can find a way, until I repeat myself here, until I can find a way to get some help or fix it, or both, it's gonna keep going down. You know, it's starting to affect everything. It's like, for many people who may already know, I am a huge Final Fantasy XIV player. Huge. I played it ever since a year after A Realm Reborn came out. And this expansion just came out, Endwalker. It is massive. And queue lines are horrible. I mean, if you know how bad the queue lines are. If you play it, you know. You can log in and you might get lucky and get only like maybe a few hundred people in the queue, or you log on and, oh look, it's 4,000. I mean, hell, I tried to stream it, and for 45 minutes of the stream, it was me sitting there in queue waiting to log in, because I didn't think to try logging in before the stream started. But you know, that was just me because I don't think. But I know people want to go into an expansion blind. They don't want to see anything. They don't want to know anything. They want to go into it blind. Spoilers are bad. And it's like, I get that. But it's like, I don't care about spoilers. And I don't go out of my way to try and directly spoil something for someone. Like, oh, this person did this and everything. I don't go out of the way spoilers. But I don't care about spoilers. And the reason I don't care about spoilers is I had to condition myself to not give a crap about spoilers. Because, several years ago, back when 4 or 5 hurricanes crisscross Florida, we decided to go stay at my uncle's house. Not my good uncle that I like, but the other uncle. I mean, he's family, I love him, but he's like, you have to take him in small doses. But he offered to let us stay with him for a couple days. And while we were there, we were watching Star Trek Nemesis. And spoiler alert for those who haven't seen the movie. Give you about 5 seconds. Maybe 6, I don't care. Data, the android, dies in the movie. And here's the thing. We were watching the movie. And like halfway through it, my uncle looks at me and goes, hey, Data dies coming up. And he knows Data was my favorite character in Next Generation. He was my favorite character. It's like, hell, I know someone's going to go, oh, you have those? I have a Funko Pop of Data. Like, on my shelf over here. And, but it's like he was my favorite character in the Next Generation. But every so often he go, watch out, Data's going to die soon, Data's going to die soon. And it just kind of upset me. Ticked me off until finally, the penultimate part where Data leaps out of a hull breach on the Enterprise and flies through space over to the Scimitar to get into it. And he goes, oh, there's Data going to die. And sure enough, he got into the thing, saved Picard he beamed Picard off the Scimitar and then fired a phaser beam into the core, blowing it up in himself. And he goes, up, see, Data died, haha. And it kind of messed with me. It did. To the point to where it's like, at that point, I go, I'm not going to care about spoilers anymore. I condition myself to actively try and spoil stuff for me. Just so A, no one could spoil it for me, and B, I would still want to do it. So where it was like, someone could tell me, hey, this person dies. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go play the game or see the movie. I'm going to see how they die. Or this happens. Okay, I want to see how. And they can sit there and they can explain in great detail how something happens. And I'll still go and play the game or see the movie if I feel like. If I feel like I haven't watched movies in a long time lately. But it's like, I will still look at it because I still want to see how it happened. I've conditioned myself to where if someone tells me a spoiler, it will not impact my want to go and watch it or play it. So with that mindset in mind, I tend to accidentally, because I'm stupid, blurt out things when it comes to gaming. And I've had to control that a little bit. So it's like when I was playing the Endwalker expansion, I got to the second area, and I like the architecture there. I'm a bit of an architecture nut sometimes. If I see buildings or places I really like the look of, I will sit there and, be talking about how I like this. And I mentioned in FC chat how, I really like the architecture of this area. And I did not mention where I was or what was going on. I just said I like the architecture. I mean, it looked cool to me. And someone in the FC chat started talking about, are spoiler blocks still in effect? I don't want to be spoiled. And my stupid brain took it personal, thought that it was a direct line to me, like, hey, you're trying to spoil me, you need to stop. And my stupid brain I got really depressed because suddenly I realized I screwed up and spoiled something that I shouldn't have. So after a while, my stomach started feeling bad. I think because dinner, because we had some pizza from a place called Jets, and it was a bit greasy. And then my dumb butt freaking ate some cookies after for dessert, and my stomach wasn't feeling good, so I logged off early and I left. And I was demotivated from playing Final Fantasy for a bit. Well, that and the long queue times kind of discouraged me. But I would go on and watch stream. I was watching Pro Jared stream it, and he'd already finished the first dungeon. He was in like the, I guess the third or fourth area. I guess I don't know. And he had in the tags in the stream, no spoilers, no emotional coaching. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell is emotional coaching? And someone, like a little bit after I thought of that, someone in chat said, "What's emotional coaching?" And he basically said it's when you tell someone, "Hey, this part's really sad. You better get your Kleenex," or "Oh, this part's really nice. You're gonna pay attention." And my dumb brain went, "Oh, you've done that to people before. You told them get your Kleenex ready. You're a piece of crap. You spoiled things." And my depression kind of helped in that, and my emotional, I felt really depressed. I went into our Discord in the chat, and I was saying, I went off on a tangent how I thought I was a piece of crap because I spoiled it, and it's like people tell me, "Hey, you didn't do anything. You're fine. You're fine. Everyone's done it." And it's like, all my brain could say was, "No, I'm a piece of crap because I'm the exception. I shouldn't be doing this." And so I was off the game for a good week and a half, I think. Because I was just depressed as hell. Because I felt like a piece of crap. Because, hey, my mental health is crap. And I finally managed to log in after sitting for an hour and a half in queue and played. And it felt a little okay. My brain was still there in my head going, "Don't say something stupid. Don't say something stupid. Don't say something stupid." And it makes it rough. It made me almost not want to play. I was like I told everybody yesterday, I might just wait until everyone's done with the expansion before I ever log in. Again. I was thinking, I'm gonna wait till everybody. I'm going to like freaking January maybe before I log in. So that way I don't accidentally spoil something for people. But I have to sit there and I fight with my brain daily, I say something stupid, or I do something stupid, and my brain dogs me for 2 weeks or more because of it. And it's frustrating, Because it's like, I want to be normal. I want to have a brain that doesn't sit there and poke and prod on every stupid little thing I do, instead of being able to say, oh well, I screwed up. My brain goes, "You're a failure, you're a piece of crap, why are you even doing this?" And it's so frustrating, That's why I want help. But it's difficult, when insurance won't cover it, because, mental health is still considered a taboo thing of like, oh, just tell yourself to stop. And that's the bad part, that mental health is such a taboo thing. I mean, it's more and more people are still talking about it, but there's still that stigma attached to it that people think you're crazy. Like, oh, you're depressed, you must be insane. Oh, you have anxiety, you're gonna go shoot people? And it's frustrating. It very much is. People think it's such a stigma. Like, oh my God, you're crazy. I think that's partially why my mom is so against it, because she doesn't want me to be labeled as crazy, when it's really, I'm just depressed, my anxiety's through the roof, and I'm having panic attacks. I mean, and the panic attacks suck. It's becoming, as a friend of mine said, I'm slightly becoming agoraphobic, because and someone's gonna go, "Homophobic? What's wrong? You hate the gays?" Like, no. Agoraphobic, for those who don't know, is the fear of crowds. And I used to not have that. There'd be crowds of people, and I just think, oh, goody, more people. Because I hate interacting with people. I was mostly like that, It's like, I need to get that shirt that says, I was a people person, then people ruined it. I need to get that shirt. I really need it. Because people tend to ruin things. In small doses, good people are fine. Like, I can have a decent day at work if I have, like, regulars come by. Regular customers who, who are good, who are nice and everything, you made a mistake, that's fine, fix it, it's fine. you know? But, you know, when it's busy, especially because it's like Christmas right now, it makes it harder, you know, because Grandma passed. I mean, it wasn't what took her out, but what put her in the position to pass COVID. You know, that's what put her in that position, and it's because I believe that I'm the one who passed it to her. Because the night before, I gave her a kiss on the cheek because I was fine the night before. You know, the night before I felt sick, I felt fine. I had work the next day. I was going to bed early. Everything was fine. And then I woke up feeling horrible, sick, and looking back, you know, I had the symptoms. It was probably COVID. And then, unfortunately, while I was sick, Grandma was getting sick, and then everything went downhill. And, you know, that some people say, oh, you didn't do it. You didn't give it to her. But it's like my brain says, yeah, you did. Because it correlates too nicely. That, you know, I give her that kiss goodnight. I wake up next day, I feel sick. And within several days, she starts feeling bad. And Mom keeps trying to say, oh, no, she felt that way before. Like, no. She said she was fine. You know? That's why she was able to go get the shot. Because she had just gotten her first COVID shot. You know, and it sucks, you know, because my brain holds on to that, and so I'm now afraid of being around crowds because I'm afraid that I'm going to catch it again and give it to Mom or Dad. And it's like, Dad technically was positive. When we went to pick Grandma up from the hospital, we had to go get a test. And me and Dad were positive. Mom was negative. But my brain makes me afraid of getting near crowds because I'm afraid of getting Mom sick, you know? Especially with the news constantly saying, oh, there's breakthrough infections now. And it's like, I know partially it's the news trying to sensationalize it for ratings. But it doesn't help someone who has a brain like me, who, you know, who's depressed and everything and has anxiety. And suddenly think, oh crap, this is getting worse. You know? So I don't like crowds. Like when it gets busy at work, if it's like one or two people, it's fine. But if it's like a constant string of people, especially when I'm trying to do something else, I start to shake. I start to have a panic attack. And, not many people know this. I don't know if I said this in my last blog or not. I honestly don't. But the reason why I went to Grief Share, I said this earlier, was because because Pastor recommended it because I had a massive panic attack at work. I was shaking, and everybody's like, I need to go. And it's like, why, what's wrong? So I'm having a panic attack. Because I could recognize, I could write, I'm shaking, I'm on the verge of tears, and I feel closed in. And they're like, just go in the back, and they're trying to figure out, because they'd never dealt with that before. It's like, here, do you need something to eat, need something to drink? I'm like, no. And eventually, my boss made me sit down on the bucket, back there, so we didn't have chairs in the back. It's a small store. And I broke down and I started crying. Like, just full on, tears flowing down my face. Everything broke. You know? And that's what ended up causing me to go to grief counseling, which makes me fully realize why I need more than just grief counseling. I need full counseling. And it's hard, you know. And again, it's difficult because mental health is seen as such a taboo thing even now, you know. People don't think of, when they see someone in public crying real hard, their first thought is either someone died or they're crazy. You know, they never think, hey, is something wrong with that person? No, they just think either, oh, someone's dead or they're crazy, and to get away from them. You know, and it's frustrating, it really is. And I know I keep harping on it because unfortunately I ramble and I tend to repeat myself continuously, but mental health doesn't need to be such a stigma in this world anymore. It really doesn't, but yet it is. Because it's easier to blame everything else but that. Because people don't want to change the whole thing of, oh, just man up. oh, just bury it down, it's fine. You know? Because they don't want to deal with it. And it's not from the fact that they want to suffer. It's the fact of misery loves company. Everyone understands they're suffering from some type of mental issue. But there's a lot of people who, rather than, get that mental issue fixed, because it makes them look weak or crazy, they would rather other people be like them, so that way misery loves company. They're not alone. Oh yeah, they're crazy. They feel like they're going to, either cry or shoot a bunch of people, or, throw themselves off a cliff. But they're not going to go get mental help for it because it makes them look crazy. They'd rather have at least 4 or 5 people around them who feel the same way. That way, oh, I'm not alone. Maybe we'll jump off the cliff together. And I think that's why. There are people out there who would rather someone be miserable with them rather than go get help. And it just makes it difficult, when you're sitting there at work trying to get stuff done and there's like a full crowd of people and you're shaking, and it's like my coworkers automatically see what's going on and they go, hey, no, we'll cover it. You're fine. They try to help. But my stupid brain says, oh, look, you're not moving fast enough because you're stupid. You need to stop this because you're looking like an idiot now. They're probably going to fire you now because you're doing this way. And I know it's not the case, but yet my dumb brain won't stop being dumb. And yeah. It's like I want it fixed so badly. I so badly want it fixed because I'm so sick and tired of it. I am, like, you have no idea how tired of it I am to have your mood suddenly shift and suddenly you're feeling like crap, And there's not many outlets for me to have it, to deal with it. And so far, the only outlet really I have that actually makes me forget my issues and actually relax and have fun is when I stream. Because at this point, my brain is focused on entertaining people, making people laugh, making people smile. That my brain is focused on making people laugh, because the world's crap enough. You don't need to be constantly, being depressed about what's going on in the world. So you come to my streams and you laugh, or you go to my videos and watch them and laugh. It lets you distract yourself, at least for a little while, from all the problems of the world. And it's like at that time, I feel fine. Even when I have the people trolling me, I have my chat trolling me throughout my stream doing silly crap. It's fine. And it's like, but it's sometimes, if I'm playing a very difficult part, my brain tends to forget I'm entertaining people and tends to start going down that path of, oh, look, you're sucking now. They don't like you anymore. And so I get frustrated. And then when people are, doing their usual trolling and jokes, my brain takes it personally. It's like I was playing Racing Lagoon and I blurted out like, this is the Dark Souls of racing, and it set someone off in chat because they don't like it when someone calls something Dark Souls because it's hard. And I got frustrated because of my stupid brain, and I went, okay, fine, I retract my statement, and I ended up staying silent for like a little bit because, at least as far as I can remember, because my brain suddenly went, hey, look, you're stupid. And it wasn't until later in that stream when I got a silly looking car chassis that my brain suddenly forgot what had happened, and I was back to laughing my butt off because here I am driving around in this frickin' looking pizza delivery vehicle racing, and it was hilarious. And it's the problem. recording, and because I didn't say it earlier, and streaming are so far the only outlets I have. Because I don't really talk too much with friends about other than like one person. And even then, I don't do it much because I feel like I'm bothering people. I feel like, my friends, they come home after a long day at work or whatever they're doing. They just want to get on here, relax, and play games and have fun. They don't want to sit there and try and troubleshoot my freaking mental health. I don't feel like I'm important enough. So I don't. It's like people ask, hey, you okay? I'm like, I just use the classic line of, I'm alright. Which is the standard dude sign that, no, you're not alright. You're not alright. Not by a long shot. And it's a lot of people have said that. It's like when a dude's saying he's all right, he's not all right. I'm like, I'm not all right, but I don't tell people that directly, and I don't bring it up much because I don't want to bother them. They'll ask, and I'll answer the question. I might go off on a tangent because sometimes my brain just keeps going, and I'll start talking about how I feel, but then I'll catch it and I'll go, okay, I need to shut up now because they don't want to hear this. That's why I would like to see a therapist or a counselor of some sort, because I don't have anyone that I can directly talk to anymore. I don't want to bother my friends, because like I said, I don't want to bother them when they're trying to relax. And Grandma was my counselor. I could go to her to everything. And she never judged. I could go to her, I could tell her everything. And she never judged, and she thought it was okay. Whereas Mom was like, didn't want to deal with it. Because she has her own issues. Why should she have me added to it, And so it's like I talked to Grandma and everything, and then when I lost Grandma, I lost my outlet. And so it just makes it difficult, I don't know, someone's messaging me. No. So someone messaged me on Discord and responded to something I said. But, that's why I would like someone that I know that I can go to and talk to, and who isn't going to say, like, I'm wasting their time, or who I don't feel like I'm wasting their time. They're paid to sit there and listen to me and trying to help me. Whereas, like I said, I don't want to bother my friends because all they want to do is relax. They don't need that extra problem of, oh, here's someone having a nervous breakdown. No, I don't want to deal with that. And I know they'll all say, no, that's not the case at all, dude. We're here for you. And I know. It's like, I have people on my friends list on Facebook and on Discord and all that. They'll say that. But it's like, try telling that to my brain. Because, in the heat of the moment, my brain will go, just shut up. You don't need to say anything. Just shut the hell up. And then sometimes I'll overshare and talk too long. And I'm like, okay, I need to shut up because I'm talking too much. So like I said, the only way to help me mentally is my videos and streaming. But I know at one point I need to stop because, it's late. People are going to bed in the house, so I can't keep talking loud. So I have to end it. And then it's like, I try to keep that high up that I had off the stream as long as I can. It's like this. It's not the high of, oh, I just made some money. It's the high of, I just entertained some people, even if it's just one or two, and that's what made me happy, It's like I had one good friend, he's been in a lot of my streams, and he was there for a good long while. And the fact that I only entertained like him and one other person didn't matter to me. It was like I entertained people. It made me feel good. And so I try to keep that high up as long as I can. But eventually it does go down because my brain starts to take over. It starts to go, Oh, you just said something stupid. Well, you need to be punished for that now. And so, yeah. That's why I would like to seek some type of help. And it's like, I know this is a rambly, but also kind of depressing thing, especially for being Christmas Day. But Christmas, I hate Christmas. And it's like, I normally hate Christmas because, of people, the way people ruin Christmas, But ever since I lost 2 people in my life, now I have no care for it. And it was rough. It's rough when you go to grocery shopping or you go to work and you see all the Christmas decorations up and your first thought is, I want to burn all of these things. It was really rough at Grief Share because the room we were in, it was the last one, and the room is a multi-purpose room. We were there for, our meeting, but it was also they were using it to store gifts, lots of gifts for kids whose parents were either in prison or were long past. And seeing all the gifts in the room and the decorated Christmas trees, it hurt. Because we stopped doing that after Mary passed away. Because I didn't have it in me to help put up the tree and put up decorations. I don't. It's like the only decoration we have up is this little motorized tree. It's a real small one, about like maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet tall, that you turn on and all the lights light up and it spins. That's it. And I don't have the. I used to decorate I used to help decorate the whole house every year. I have this big plastic container in my closet full of Christmas decorations. And I would put them up every year and help keep them up and all that. But that died when Mary passed. And that's the first year after she was gone, I tried my best to put decorations up, try and put something up, try and wrap gifts, and it was literally all I had left. Now I have nothing. It's like, I don't want to celebrate any holidays. That's why I haven't done any major holiday videos anymore. I don't have the energy for that because I don't care about Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. It's like I don't even have the urge to do a New Year's video. I used to do a New Year's video where I would do one silly little game to ring in the New Year. Now, I don't. It's like I need to start on. I have a video that I need to do. It's like last year I did a year in review where I briefly talked about all the LPs I did. Not the streams, because I can't keep those up. But it's like all the Let's Plays I've done throughout the year. And I haven't even started on that. Last year I had that started a week before. Or not a week, a month before. I had the videos downloaded and ready to be cut up into the thing. And I don't even have that ready. It's because I lack so much motivation right now, it's not even funny. And it's just... it's hard. It really is. And I wish it wouldn't be so difficult. I really do. I wish it wouldn't be so difficult, but... It's like I wish I could be like my more well-adjusted friends who, as far as I can tell, aren't having the same issues I have. I would love to be them, where it's like they don't have the issues I'm having. And I know they probably have issues too, but I feel like mine are worse because I can't control it sometimes. It's like I want to be able to be happy. I want to be able to not have a care, But sometimes I wake up in the morning and everything seems fine until my brain remembers, hey, here's crap you're not going to get done today because you're too depressed and stupid. And suddenly my brain, does that mess and I'm sad again. And it's like, I'm sorry for this being so randomly and depressing, really, but it's just... I don't really have it in me to record a Christmas video. I really don't. I haven't had it in me to record one for a while. You know, but now I have, it's like, I don't even want to celebrate the holidays. I don't. I know I have to. I have to go out and buy gifts for people and wrap them up and put pretty little bows on them and go to Christmas parties and whatnot. But it's still, it sucks. It really does. You know, when you can't be like other people, be able to enjoy the holidays and whatnot because you're just so dang depressed that you don't want to deal with it. And you got other issues you don't deal with, like, you know, other things that you'd like to tell people about yourself, but you're afraid to because you're afraid people will think you're weird, you're disgusting, and you're afraid of, like, if your family found out, you know, they think you're really crazy. Hence the whole need of therapy. I mean, one person knows, and I'm not going to get into it. But she knows, and it's nothing bad. It's just, yeah. It's just a desire to be happy. Not like everyone else, but just be happy. Yeah, I know I said earlier, but, you know, be like other people where I don't have problems. But in the end, I just want to be happy. I just want to be able to wake up and be happy. Or at least not depressed. And some will say, oh, well, everyone's depressed right now. Everyone's got anxiety because of COVID. And it's like, no, I've had this issue long before COVID. COVID just made it worse. Like, it makes everything worse because, you know, it keeps freaking mutating. Honestly, I would love to slap the person that invented it in the face with a steel chair. Because that's the only good wrestling I'm ever going to see, because wrestling sucks now. I can't watch AEW because it's usually on when I'm streaming, and I don't watch WWE anymore because that's trash. It's complete trash. Good Lord. It's like, it's so funny when you see clips of AEW and how good the matches are, and then you look at WWE and you're like, why can't you be like AEW? You've been around longer. And then you hear they fire like 10 more wrestlers. You're like, oh, okay. So every time I ask for you to be better product, you fire 5 people that time. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. Oh, you fired 1 person. Okay. Oh, another 10. Okay. And it's like, I just want to see what's inside Vince's head. Like, why are you firing people? Why are you stupid? But then again, like I said, I haven't watched good wrestling in a while because I've only seen clips of AEW because it's always on when I'm streaming. I don't have a cable box in my room anymore. My cable box actually died. It just went... I haven't watched it much to begin with because I'm usually on my computer. And my TV is right behind me. So it's kind of difficult to try and watch whatever's going on while doing something on the computer. Plus, you know, if you're in voice comms with other people, and they're hearing the TV, it's kind of causing an echo effect, and it's they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear the loud noise. You know? So I basically just kind of gave up watching TV. Oh. But yeah, I'm thinking of rearranging my room here, because I'm going to move my desk into the corner. And I'm actually thinking of getting a what the hell is it called? A capture device. Because I want to start streaming off of my Switch. There's a couple. It would also give me the ability to play other games that I've been wanting to play, but haven't had the time because they're usually on the freaking computer here. It's like I just got Shin Megami Tensei 5, and it's a great game. I've been playing it, but I haven't been able to play it much because I'm usually on here. You know, it's kind of difficult. That, and it's hard to play it in the handheld mode. You know, I'd rather play it on a screen. So I figure if I rearrange my room, I could mount my second computer monitor and my TV on the wall, and have more room on the desk for other things. As soon as I try and get rid of some of this crap. Decorate a little bit, you know, not for the holidays, but, you know, just generally decorate the gaming section up. And try to, you know, make it look more gamey. You know, more like a streamer's corner. You know, a streamer's area rather than just a nerd, you know. But again, getting the motivation to actually do things is difficult. You know, it's like, I need to clean my room, I need to dust. I got like a layer of dust on everything, but it's like, it's difficult to do because motivation. You know, that's the one part with mental health is when mental health hits you, it makes motivation so difficult to find. It makes it so hard. You know, it's so hard to be motivated. It's so hard to be able to talk to people without thinking you're bothering them. Makes me wish mental health was free. Mental health, not health. You know, like you just go to somebody who is trained at it, sit down, talk with them, they can help you and get you on your way. You know, instead of having to pay hundreds of dollars out of pocket for some schmuck who's just going to sit there. Because mostly the higher paid ones just sit there and go, Well, you see, this is just standard from this position, from the equilateral thing of your brain. And it's like, what? I don't need a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I don't need someone who gets $300 an hour and lives in the Hamptons. I need someone who has been through the same crap I've been through and is able to go, hey, I'm here. We can fix this. But I think I've rambled along enough. 47 minutes, almost 50. I think I'm just going to slap it all. I was thinking of recording an hour's worth of Final Fantasy footage. 14 footage playthrough and just slapping it back. But, you know, that's spoilery. People might get upset. Thought about... I'm listening to a track. Someone did an hour version of a track of a much later area in the game. And it sounds lovely. But it's like, again, spoiler. So, can't do that. Hell, frickin' people get upset about, oh, I haven't touched Shadowbringers. How dare you post spoilers? So I'll just find some nice, long, relaxing track, slap it in there, use some footage from a stream, and call it a day. But yeah, sorry it was so long of me rambling like an idiot. And hope y'all are having a good Christmas day. Christmas is on what day? Saturday. Oh, good. I can get a Saturday off for once. But I hope y'all are having a good Christmas day. You got most of what you wanted. I think my buddy Ryu might be streaming today. Today isn't Saturday when this goes up. I think he might be streaming. Could be. If he's not, and Izzy ain't, I might pop up a surprise stream for whatever reason. If Ryu isn't. But I hope y'all enjoyed. And until my next vlog, y'all have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Christmas, Hana Kwanzaa, if you celebrate all of them or none of them. Happy Unbirthday. I don't know. Y'all just have a good day. And sayonara.